door does not slam. It clicks, a small, careful sound, like the closing of a keepsake box. Anna freezes just inside the room, breath trapped in her chest. Warm air brushes her face, unsettling in its gentleness. Warmth belongs to kitchens, to evenings before the war, not to arrest, not to captivity. The smell reaches her slowly. Polished wood, coal smoke, pipe tobacco, and underneath it all, soap. Real soap, clean, floral. Her stomach tightens violently. At home, people scrape fat from pans to boil gray bars that crumble in the hand. Here, soap rests whole and untouched. Her wrists burn where the rope has rubbed skin raw. She does not lift them. Movement invites attention. The floor beneath her boots is smooth wood, carefully waxed. No mud, no straw. No blood ground into corners. This is not a cell. This is a room someone lives in. Outside, boots pass in measured rhythm. Somewhere a man laughs, casual, unafraid. Eyes front, a voice snaps. Anna lowers her gaze. On the desk, stacked papers. A fountain pen placed perfectly straight. A cup, with dried coffee at the bottom. Order, control, a world untouched by hunger. Her stomach growls, loud. She closes her eyes for half a second. Stay standing, she tells herself. Standing means you're still alive. Then the officer steps in. The day begins with motion. It always does. Stillness is dangerous. Stillness invites questions. So Anna walks quickly, head down, sack pressed hard against her hip. Potatoes knocked together inside like dull stones. Heavier than they should be. Heavier than she can afford. The street smells of smoke and old bread. A tram sits burned out at the corner, its metal frame twisted like a broken rib cage. Posters peel from the walls, smiling faces promising order. Victory, sacrifice. The paper curls away as if it no longer believes its own words. Someone shouts. She does not turn. Hands grab her coat. The sack tears open. Potatoes spill across the cobblestones, rolling freely where people cannot. One strikes her boot and stops. She remembers that detail later, how strange it felt. A rifle butt hits her side. Air leaves her lungs in a sharp cry she does not recognize as her own. Now she sits in the back of a truck. The engine growls, drowning thought. 4 prisoners ride together, knees touching, shoulders hunched inward. No one speaks. Speaking wastes strength. The woman beside her clutches a folded photograph so tightly the paper bends. Anna does not ask who it is. The city thins. Buildings fall away. Fields appear. And then the house, whole, untouched, smoke rising calmly. Someone whispers, "That's not a prison." Anna says nothing. Her heart knows better. The truck stops on gravel. Boots strike the ground, solid, unhurried. Anna's legs protest as she is pulled down, blood rushing painfully back into her feet. She braces herself for shouting, for dogs, for the stink of rot and fear. Instead, a door opens. Warmth spills out. The hallway smells of cooked food, real food. Her stomach clenches so hard it almost drops her to her knees. She grips the edge of her coat, nails biting into fabric, holding herself upright. Inside, everything is intact. Clean walls, framed pictures, quiet landscapes, rivers that have never known war. A narrow shelf holds books, thick and undamaged, their spines unbroken. Nothing here has been burned. Nothing here has been bombed. A woman in uniform passes them carrying a tray. Bread sits on it, brown crust, soft center, steam still rising. Anna's vision blurs. She looks away before tears can fall. Crying wastes water. Crying draws attention. They are led into a larger room. That is when she sees the soap. A pale bar rests beside a wash basin, smooth except for a single crack down its center. Something inside her splits with it. At home, children scrape pots for grease. Here, soap waits unused. Her hands begin to tremble. The officer notices. He always does. "Stand straight," he says calmly. And Anna understands, with quiet horror, that this place will not break her body first. It will break something deeper. They sit at the table as if it is a test. The bowls are simple, white porcelain, unchipped. Steam rises from the soup, carrying the smell of boiled vegetables and fat. Real fat. Anna's stomach tightens, aching so sharply it feels like punishment. No one reaches for the spoon. Hunger has taught them caution. At home, sudden food often meant sickness. Or worse, someone watching to see who would break first. "Eat," the guard says, not unkindly. Anna lifts the spoon with a hand that will not stop trembling. The metal feels heavy, foreign. She blows on the soup, though it is barely hot, buying time. Her reflection wavers in the surface. Thin face, hollow eyes, someone she barely recognizes. The first sip burns her tongue. Not with heat, with richness. Her body reacts before her mind does. Tears sting her eyes. She swallows hard, ashamed of the sound it makes. Around her, others eat slowly, deliberately, as if each movement must be justified. Bread lies on the table. Thick slices, no mold. No sawdust mixed into the flour. She breaks off a piece and holds it in her palm for a moment, feeling its weight. People are starving, a voice screams inside her. She eats anyway. Each swallow fills her with warmth and something darker. Guilt settles in her chest, heavy and unmoving. The enemy feeds her, and she does not know what that makes her. Night comes softly in the officers' quarters. No sirens, no bombs, just the ticking of a clock on the wall, steady and patient, marking time as if the world still makes sense. Anna lies on a narrow cot, blanket folded neatly over her legs. The fabric is clean. It smells faintly of soap. That is what keeps her awake. Kindness is louder than cruelty here. It presses in on her, leaving no place to hide. She stares at the ceiling, counting cracks, listening to the quiet breathing of the others in the room. A whisper breaks the silence. Why are they doing this? No one answers at first, because the answer is dangerous. Anna thinks of the posters back home. The shouting voices, the warnings about monsters. She thinks of the soup, the bread, the way the officer had corrected her name instead of striking her. Her mind rebels. This does not fit the story she has survived on. From her coat pocket, she pulls out a folded letter. The paper is thin, creased nearly to softness. She reads it by moonlight, filtering through the curtain. We are hungry, it says simply, but we are still alive. Her chest tightens. Here she's warm, fed, clean. At home they are not. The realization cuts deeper than fear ever did. If the enemy can be human, then the lies were never simple, and neither is she. Sleep finally comes, heavy with questions she cannot escape. Morning arrives without warning. No shouted orders, no siren. Just light slipping through the curtains, pale and quiet, touching the walls as if it belongs there. Anna wakes before she is told to, heart racing, confused by the softness of the moment. For a second, she forgets where she is. Then she smells the soap. Footsteps approach. The officer stands in the doorway, posture straight, expression unreadable. He holds a paper in his hand. You will be transferred, he says. No triumph, no threat, just fact. What happens next is not my concern. Anna nods, her mouth is dry. Words feel unnecessary now. As they are led back outside, she hesitates at the threshold. The warmth behind her, the clean floors, the table where she ate. It all feels unreal, like a dream she is not allowed to keep. Outside, the air is cold again, honest, familiar. She realizes something then, sharp and undeniable. The past 24 hours did not save her. They did something worse. They showed her the truth. That cruelty is a choice. That kindness can exist even inside uniforms she was taught to fear. That propaganda survives only where experience cannot reach. As the truck pulls away, Anna closes her eyes. She does not feel gratitude. She does not feel forgiveness. She feels awake, and once awake, there is no returning to the comfort of lies.